In the name of God. The diplomatic journalist.
In the arid deserts of Zoravia, Marcus, a seasoned journalist, ventured to uncover the truth about an ancient artifact. He had been given a tip that a long-lost relic from a forgotten civilization lay buried beneath the shifting sands. His journey was not just a physical challenge but also a mental one, as the task was to ascertain the facts amidst a whirlwind of rumors. The locals, with their mystical tales, offered few concrete details, but their ardor for their past was palpable. Marcus knew that his assiduous work would be the key to revealing the truth behind the myths. As Marcus trekked through the arid landscape, his thoughts wandered to the stories he had heard. Some spoke of the artifact being a symbol of great power, while others insisted it was cursed. The archaic symbols found on the walls of nearby caves were said to hold the secret to locating the relic. Determined to ascertain the facts, Marcus spent countless hours deciphering the texts and talking to the villagers. Despite the heat, the ardor with which he pursued his mission kept him focused and resolute. Marcus's assiduous approach paid off when he discovered an ancient map tucked away in a forgotten manuscript. The map depicted a hidden temple that was said to house the artifact. The arid desert, which had seemed so desolate, now held the promise of uncovering a monumental discovery. With newfound hope, Marcus began his search at the temple's location. His ardor grew stronger with each step, fueled by the belief that this could be the breakthrough he had been seeking. In his travels, Marcus encountered many obstacles. The harsh environment, the relentless sun, and the never-ending sands were just a few of the challenges that lay ahead. But it was the contentious nature of the desert's inhabitants that proved most difficult. Some villagers, skeptical of his intentions, did everything they could to hinder his progress. Yet, Marcus's assiduous attitude remained unchanged. He knew that he had to persist, regardless of the resistance he faced. As Marcus ventured deeper into the desert, he stumbled upon a small village at the edge of the shifting dunes. There, he met a woman who was known for her beauty and charm, a self-proclaimed coquette who seemed to have information about the artifact. She spoke in riddles, hinting at the existence of the relic without ever confirming its true location. Marcus found her contentious nature both frustrating and intriguing, yet he was determined not to let distraction sway him. The convention of the village was to speak in riddles, and he had to adapt to their unique ways if he wanted to learn more. The woman's clues led Marcus to a conundrum, a puzzle that seemed impossible to solve. The map, combined with her cryptic hints, suggested that the artifact lay hidden beneath an old, ruined temple. However, there were many false leads, and Marcus was forced to reassess the situation repeatedly. The convoluted nature of the clues made it clear that the path forward would not be easy. Marcus, however, trusted his instincts, feeling that he was close to uncovering the truth. One afternoon, after a particularly long day of searching, Marcus sat under the shade of a nearby rock formation. He examined the map again, trying to piece together the clues. The more he studied, the more it became apparent that the path to the artifact required him to pass through a convex archway, located on a cliffside not far from the village. The map showed it clearly, but no one had ever mentioned it. Marcus was certain now that he had found the next piece of the puzzle. As Marcus followed the directions indicated by the map, he encountered another challenge. His continence was tested by the many temptations of the desert. With no water for miles, the heat was oppressive, and his body began to weaken. But he resisted the urge to turn back, knowing that the discovery of the artifact would be a victory over all these hardships. His mind was fixed on the mission, and he pushed forward with the same assiduous determination he had shown from the beginning. The arid conditions only made him more resolute in his pursuit. The days turned into weeks, and Marcus's journey grew increasingly difficult. His body was tired, and the villagers began to notice his contumacious refusal to give up. Despite their warnings and the endless desert storms, Marcus pressed on. His passion for the mission, his ardor, drove him to continue even when others thought him mad. The desert seemed determined to break him, but Marcus was equally determined to prove it wrong. One day, after days of walking, Marcus reached a cliffside where the convex archway from the map was located. He marveled at the sight, an ancient structure that had survived centuries of erosion. It seemed to converge with the land, blending in seamlessly with the natural surroundings. Marcus was certain this was the place. He began to dig beneath the archway, convinced that the relic would soon be within his grasp. As he dug deeper, Marcus came across a stone tablet inscribed with strange symbols. It was unlike anything he had seen before, and it seemed to consecrate the area as sacred ground. The temple, it seemed, was not just a physical structure but also a spiritual one. Marcus realized that this discovery was more than just an archaeological find, it was a key to understanding an ancient culture's connection to the divine. His heart raced with excitement as he examined the tablet more closely. After deciphering the symbols, Marcus understood that the artifact lay beneath the altar, hidden from the world for millennia. He carefully removed the stones and uncovered a golden chest, its surface covered in intricate carvings. It was beautiful beyond words, and for a moment, Marcus felt a deep sense of gratitude. The chest seemed to consecrate the entire area, as if it had been waiting for someone worthy to discover it. The coquette woman's cryptic hints now made sense, and Marcus realized how much she had actually contributed to his success. As he opened the chest, Marcus was stunned by what he found: an exquisite relic, glowing faintly in the dim light. The discovery was momentous, but it also came with a sense of foreboding. He had uncovered something that would change the world, but he was also aware of the dangers that came with such knowledge. The villagers had been right to warn him, the artifact held great power. Marcus, despite his triumph, felt a deep sense of responsibility now that the relic was in his possession. In the weeks that followed, Marcus worked tirelessly to document his findings. He knew that his discovery would be the subject of worldwide interest, but it also brought with it a great deal of controversy. Some historians contended that the artifact was a fake, while others believed it had the power to reshape the course of history. Marcus had to navigate these contentious debates, maintaining his integrity as he shared his findings with the world. The pressure was immense, but his dedication to truth kept him grounded. As his fame spread, Marcus became a connoisseur of ancient artifacts. He was invited to speak at conferences and collaborate with top archaeologists. The world now looked to him as an authority in the field, and he took on this responsibility with humility. His life had been shaped by his journey, and he knew that this was only the beginning. The copious amounts of research and data he had gathered would keep him busy for years to come. Despite the overwhelming attention, Marcus remained humble, never forgetting the arduous path he had walked to get to this point. He was grateful for the guidance of the coquette woman, whose hints had been crucial in his success. The relic was not just an object, it was a bridge between past and present, and Marcus had been the one to unlock its secrets. As he continued his work, he remained ever contrite for the challenges he had faced and the people he had met along the way. This journey had changed him forever. Looking back on his adventure, Marcus felt a deep sense of fulfillment. He had overcome every obstacle, from the arid desert to the conundrum of the artifact's location. His hard work, assiduous effort, and unwavering ardor had led him to this moment. He knew that the knowledge he had uncovered would continue to inspire others for generations. And so, with a heart full of pride and a mind brimming with new ideas, Marcus set out to share his story with the world, knowing that his journey had just begun.
Like and subscribe if you would like.